大家好，我是水生风水，又和大家见面。那今天呢，还是会跟大家讲解呢一些关于紫微斗数啊，然后呢，怎么样看你自己紫微斗数的命盘呢，来帮助你了解，怎么样可以呢，用自己天生的一种特性啊，或者呢一种因果关系啊，来让自己赚到更大的一个财富。So today I will still be using 紫微斗数 to teach you how to find out the best shortcut to achieve great wealth in life. And this course will be made in a very easily understood manner so that for people who are not even familiar with basic things like 八字 or 紫微斗数 or the heavenly stems and the earth branches, you will still be able to use 紫微斗数 to decode your own chart using today's lesson. But before I start, right, there's something that I want to randomly touch on is that I realized that recently, right, when I do some random browsing of the internet, I have come across a lot of feng shui information that are delivered by various feng shui practitioners in Singapore that are totally bizarre or absurd. And I want to explain to you a lot of feng shui teachings in Singapore are actually wrong. And it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So I will just give you a very quick example. But before I proceed, perhaps I will just copy my live this URL to share to my Telegram group so that I can invite more viewers to come by and watch this live together. So before I proceed, perhaps I will also touch on some of the things that have been taking place that will be taking place in the month of April. Yeah, April. If you're familiar with Thai culture, you know that it is the month of Songkran. Songkran is often a month very much like a new year for Thai people. And during this Songkran festival, we will often hold a prayer ceremony in the temple to ask for blessings. So during the Songkran, the upcoming Songkran, which is just about a month away, we will likewise be conducting the candle ritual. If you are interested to take part, you are welcome to join this very auspicious event, which is the Songkran candle ritual, prayer ritual, which will bring about kind of like blessing and also bring about a kind of like a positive energy to your new year because this is a new year in terms of Thai culture. Yeah. So if you wish to take part, do let me know as early as possible because we need time to prepare. We need to consolidate the data and also to gather all the details like your date of birth and your names to submit to the temple. Yeah. So it will be taking place in the upcoming Songkran. Yeah, Songkran is the new year, very much like the new year in Thailand. Yeah. So thank you very much, Yvonne, for watching. And also, if you are interested in studying more about 八字 and 紫微斗数, I do have an upcoming course that focuses especially on how you will be able to decode your own 八字 and 紫微斗数 birth chart to know, for example, whether you are better suited to be in investment or in trading or suitable to be an entrepreneur or what kind of industry is suitable for you or when are the periods in life you will see great financial opportunities. So it is a very interesting course. It's a very interesting course for people who are beginners in 八字 and 紫微斗数. Yeah, so even if you don't have any background knowledge in this aspect, I will still be able to impart to you very easy methods to decode your own 八字 and 紫微斗数 chart. Yeah. So without further ado, right, I will turn on today's sharing. Using the tablet to share with you what I'm going to share with you today is really very much about the 紫微斗数 star. That when we are able to see them within our wealth domain, yeah, and what are the things that will kind of like show in terms of the level of wealth that we will achieve in life. Yeah. But before I start, right, as I mentioned, I want to touch on something that is rather interesting. Yeah. Recently, I actually have this video. Yeah. I actually came across this video online, which which after watching, I really don't know what to say. Yeah. So let's watch this video together. Yeah. Let's.
它这边有一个树啦，假的、真的也好，其实我们的家种这么大棵的一棵树要去注意。以风水的角度来讲，这是我们的家，对吗？Squarish 嘛， 好，所以如果说我们的家的中间一棵树就不好，你知道为什么吗？因为里面有一棵木在中间，什么字？困。从风水角度来讲，这个就是一个困字。
那如果呢你听得到了这位所谓的风水师所讲的东西嘛，你们再小心听多一次哈，你们再很小心的听多一次他在说什么哈，我们再重新的给他一种尊重哈，一个基本的尊重，听一下这位所谓的风水师在说什么东西好不好？因为我听到我也是我也是瞎了眼，哈，我们再去给他一点尊重哈，然后我们小心的听他说什么东西啊，我们再听一下啊。
Interestingly 的 design 它就有一个树啦，假的真的也好，其实我们的家种这么大棵的一棵树要去注意，以风水的角度来讲，这是我们的家对吗 ？Squarish 嘛，好，所以如果说我们的家的中间一棵树就不好，你知道为什么吗？因为里面有一棵木在中间，什么字？困。从风水角度来讲，这个就是一个困字。
好了，所以呢，你能够听得到我这位风水师嘛？我真的不认识他是谁啦，坦白的说，他是说，如果我们家里面风水呢，你在家里面中间如果呢在家里面中间呢，就种一棵大棵的树，你的家就会带一种困住的一个风水啦。那我就问一下这位风水师就我很尊重你我很尊重你的这种看法也是大家就是说我们叫做真理嘛，就是说越论越明白嘛，对不对？那我们就说一下一个很简单的道理，我们就说一个很简单的一个道理你说风水里面我们的家呢就好像一个口嘛，对不对我们的家就好像一个口我就重新的跟你们讲解我是有时候比较 random， 可是我是觉得这些东西嘛真的有时候太过夸张，他们说的东西呢太过有点不靠谱，我只能说有点不靠谱。我们就来评论一下这位风水师说的东西对不对我给你们听到最后一次了in case 你们不懂他在说什么，给你们听最后一次，小心的听清楚
Interestingly 的 design 它就有一个树啦，假的真的也好，其实我们的家种这么大棵的一棵树要去注意，以风水的角度来讲，这是我们的家对吗 ？Squarish 嘛，好，所以如果说我们的家的中间一棵树就不好，你知道为什么吗？因为里面有一棵木在中间，什么字？困。从风水角度来讲，这个就是一个困字。
那我只能够呢用自己的理论呢跟大家讲解一下风水里面正确的一些道理那你可以当做是对，还是说我是让你自己去决定，我是很尊重每一位在网上分享风水的一个knowledge 的一个人可是说我觉得有问题的东西呢，我一定要把它论证就是说把它 correct因为呢很多呢新加坡所谓风水的不懂他们的风水真的是什么？那如果他是说呢，我们的家如果呢真的是有这个困字嘛，就是说我们在家里面打个比喻，这个是你的家了你的是家里面这个是你的 floor plan， 如果你在中间里面种一棵树他说什么呢？这位所谓的风水师呢说这棵树就是一个木嘛，里面是一个木，所以呢你就会有一个困字，就代表什么？好像困难困住被 stuck 住这样子但我问这位所谓的风水师一下，那我们呢家里面不是说就不可以有人住吗？这样子，你看一个家，这是你的 floor plan， 里面有人住这个是什么字？这个就是囚囚就是那被关注是 prisoner 对不对？那不是每个家里面有人呢都会被去拿去坐牢吗？所以呢有时候我觉得新加坡的风水师呢，他们有时候说的事情呢就是说可能真的只是要吸引你去看他们的viewership， 就是说给他们就是搞笑咯，对不对？是谁给的那个 emoticon， 总之都是搞笑如果呢你的家真的里面种树种一棵树在里面，那就是困难对不对？那我就很简单说一下了，如果你的家里面有人住有人吗？这个就是人吗？这个是人吗？对不对？人就是 human 吗？这个在我们中文里面叫做囚中文里面叫做囚囚是代表什么？就是被关起来就是被 imprisonment imprisonment 呢。所以宝贝们，当你听到这些所谓的风水师所说的东西嘛， 我很注重它，我很注重它所以呢可是说我还是觉得呢，真理越论越明白。如果你觉得一棵树放在家里面就是一个困难，那一个人放在家里面也是一个球啊，那每个人在家里面都是会坐牢了，对不对？所以这种我这时候就是我很尊重的说一下，不要相信白痴的风水白痴的风水呢，他们那些不是风水来的，是疯子说的话而已这是疯子说的话。所以呢，我们的始终风水呢要讲峦头其实呢，我们叫做呢峦头呢，其实在家外面的风水嘛更加重要，我们叫做峦头风水有一些比较白痴的风水师，他们也说轮头风水。什么叫轮头风水？真的不懂他们这真的是搞什么鬼了轮头也是写个字，也是说我们叫峦头风水。其实我们风水上面呢，78%峦头风水是更加重要的所以呢，你的峦头风水不好，你的家的那个理气风水怎么搞嘛？你都没有很大的一个作用所以呢，其实呢你听到这些嘛，在家里面种一棵树嘛，就是有一个困难，这种就是我们叫做白痴风水了只是直接叫他白痴就可以了没有需要说其他的东西就是白痴就是白痴。所以嘛，如果呢你也相信这个墓里面有人家里面有墓呢，就是困住嘛。那你家里面有人呢，你全部都是去坐牢吗？就是白痴这种就是白痴的风水了，很 classic 的一个白痴风水所以呢，我觉得真理呢，还是说越辩论就越明白。所以你们真的不要乱听一些这种白痴风水，好不好？还有呢，就是说很多时候说你家里面那个财位就在家里面呢进去那个45度角，那个只是一个很 generic 的一个财位来的。如果你真的要找到财位嘛，你还要看你的九宫飞星还要看你的九宫飞星打个比喻，你这个九运嘛，你的家你的或者你的公司是做丑上尾的做丑上尾的那我们就打开一个做丑上尾的一个格局嘛，就看他有没有一个财富有没有一个财富的格局那好像其实我自己的建议我自己的店呢也是这个做丑上尾的我不怕告诉你们。那在这个九运里面呢，我们能够了解嘛，做丑上尾这个方向呢，其实是旺财的是一个旺财的所以呢我觉得呢，就是说每次都说你进去里面门口呢45度角，那个就是你的财位那种风水师呢也是很不负责任的我们只能够说很不负责任就是说你们好像看到99在这个上这个就是一个你家里面已经是有一个财的一个格局了所以不需要看什么45度角这种也不是我们真正看风水的看法所以呢，回去今天的正题，可是呢，我们呢，我们再听到他说到最后一次我觉得这个是我听过最离谱的东西有点是听过最离谱的东西，所以我听了觉得真的不懂这怎么样去。真的不懂去怎么样去形容这种风水我真的不懂怎么样去形容。可是呢，还是说了一句了，我们就尊重他，就给他多一次机会说他的。
他就有一个树了，假的真的也好，其实我们的家种这么大棵的一棵树要去注意。以风水的角度来讲，这是我们的家，对吗 ？Squarish 嘛。所以如果说我们的家的中间一棵树就不好，你知道为什么吗？因为里面有一棵木在中间，什么字？困。从风水角度来讲，这个就是一个困字。
对所以这种白痴风水呢，我们听一下笑一笑就好了。而且呢，我们今年呢，2026年呢，其实文昌没有就这个一白贪狼星嘛，在玄空飞星里面，一白贪狼星呢，也是在我们的家的中心点。其实你在家的中心点种一些植物，反而会带来好的人缘可是就需要看一下你的命盘里面需不需要人缘有些人他们已经结了婚，就不需要人缘对不对有时候呢，我说一些正确的理论呢你们觉得很听起来嘛很难明白，可是这个才是真正的理论我们风水里面今年是什么？一白桃花星就在我们的中心点所以你在家里面这个桃花位种一些植物，种一些花，反而能够催旺你的桃花。所以没有什么理论说你的家中心点有一个木就是一个困的。那我们每个人都在家里面中心点站在那边，坐在那边，你就是一个仇吗？你就坐牢吗？ 就没有这种道理的，好不好，宝贝们？哈，那这种开玩笑就我是在开玩笑了哈，大家笑一个就好啊。只是要记得呢，我们命理永远要讲求道理，要讲求峦头风水，还有理气风水，不可以是说你中间有一个木，你就是困了啊，不是这样子的啊。中间有一个人你就是一个 imprisoned， 你是 prisoner 了。这种就是白痴的风水啊，所以呢，要好好的听清楚了啊。我们风水并不是这样的搞笑的啊。那今天呢，我就开始讲正题了啊。So today I will actually touch on the topic that I want to share today is to how to use 紫微斗数 to determine what approach or what method will actually help you to achieve the quickest wealth in life. And of course, when we are to look at 紫微斗数, the domain that we often focus the most is, of course, what we call the wealth domain. Right, in terms of 紫微斗数, if you are familiar with the 紫微斗数 birth chart, right, we definitely have various domain. Yeah, for example, we have the life domain, we have the wealth domain, we have the what we call the wealth domain and the career domain, etc. Yeah. So how are we going to determine whether what kind of industry or what approach will bring you great wealth in life? This is something that you bring home today, right, after attending today's sharing. Yeah. So first of all, let's focus on the wealth domain. The wealth domain is often where we talk about how you can optimize your money-making ability. So by analyzing this wealth domain, you will know about your earning style, your financial management skills, or even to couple together with the career domain. You can also check what kind of industry you can go into that can give you the best kind of career fit. Yeah, so that is what we call this is called 财帛宫. In case you someone who speak Chinese, this is called 财帛宫. Of course, this is called 事业宫, or in ancient time, they like to call it 官禄. 官禄宫也是一样，代表就是工作的It's also about a career. Yeah. Then of course we also have another domain that is very important for wealth. But for today's beginners, yeah, I will not touch on other domain first. I want you to focus on the wealth domain first. Yeah. Open your 紫微斗数 birth chart. Yeah. Nowadays a lot of 紫微斗数 plotting software are available online. So basically, what you can do is just to find out your solar time of birth. And then plot out your 紫微斗数. You will often be able to see your life domain, for example, is where my mouth is hovering over. And then you will also be able to see the wealth domain, right? The wealth domain, which is at the laboring domain. And then the career domain is also at the laboring domain on the right. Or if we take the life domain as facing us, then it will be towards the left. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that if you count the life domain clockwise, the fourth domain to the right is your career domain, right? And then the fourth domain to your left will always be your wealth domain, right? So today we will focus on this very important domain within our 紫微斗数 birth chart. So go ahead, plot your 紫微斗数 birth chart basing on your solar time of birth, especially for those who are born in Singapore. Remember that because our country has been governed by the British, governed by the Japanese and the Malaysian government, our official time is actually not the solar time. So actually, the government recently, this Shamgam actually proposed that we should actually tune back our official time to the solar time. I believe the government is in the process of looking into it. But regardless of what, as long as you are born in Singapore, your official time of birth is left for your solar time. So you must adjust your solar time of birth in order to give rise to an accurate 紫微斗数 birth chart. Okay, so today, by opening your own 紫微斗数 birth chart, I will tell you exactly when you see certain stars within your wealth domain, yeah, which is right here, and what it will mean, right? From what approach you can best generate wealth. All right. So first of all, let's start with one of the most famous star, or also called a favorable star in 紫微斗数, which is called 紫微. If you are able to find this 紫微 star, spelled as 紫微, or we like to call it the emperor star usually, right? The emperor star. So this emperor star, when it is found within your wealth domain, it means that wealth will often be generated through leadership, right? Or we'll try to write it properly so that you can screenshot. I will also try to write it in a more tidy manner, yeah, so that all my learners will be able to see my handwriting clearly. So instead of seeing in testing, you'll be able to read English, yeah. So from leadership or from management, you will be able to generate wealth. At the same time, it's also about asset consolidation. So in more layman term or simple words is that if you want to become wealthy and you do see the star 紫微 at your wealth domain, you should always try your best to cultivate a leadership position, be it in your own business or be it at work. Try your best to land into a management role, or try your best to go into asset consolidation. Assets, of course, can be very much like a property, because if you know the five element, the elemental energy of 紫微 is of 紫 earth, right? This earth element is also associated with property and asset. So if you do have this 紫微 star within your wealth domain, you can actually focus on building all these things in life. It will bring about big wealth. Okay, so it's very simple. Yeah, today's teaching is very simple and straightforward. Just look at your wealth domain. What are the stars that are found within your wealth domain? And then you'll be able to tell from what approach you'll be able to generate great wealth in life. Yeah, it's just that direct and simple. Okay, so the next domain, the next star that we will talk about, yeah, is the 天府 star. In our previous life, we kind of know that the treasury, this is also called the treasury star. Okay, so this treasury star basically means what? Is basically related to long-term savings, and also related to, at the same time, property and also funds. So what it means is that if you do see 天府 within your wealth domain, then you should actually focus on long-term investment. For example, holding that kind of stocks, like for example SIA, that like when you hold for a long period, it will appreciate in value. That type, you are not so suitable for short-term trading actually. So go and take a look at your 紫微斗数 chart. Look at your wealth domain. Do you find 天府 at this wealth domain? 天府, of course, is also of the earth element. Yeah, if you are familiar with 紫微斗数, so it's also related to property and also funds. Funds is like sometimes some people they buy some kind of trust funds or bonds, and hold them for a long time, and eventually they will give you some kind of like returns or dividends. Yeah, so these are the more long term kind of saving. Is the method that when you have 天府 within your wealth domain, then you should focus on this type of method for generating money. Okay, right? So it is really quite simple, yeah, and quite direct. Today's teaching, nothing complicated. I'm trying to simplify everything, yeah, because I know that sometimes some of my sharing can be a little bit like overwhelming for beginners. So I make today's sharing like a kindergarten level. Just basically, you just have to open your 紫微斗数 web chat. Look at your wealth domain, or called the 财帛宫. If you are using a Chinese software, it will be called the 财帛宫. Yeah. If you are using an English software, usually it will call it the wealth domain or the finance domain. Yeah. So it's direct, easy, straightforward, to the point. Nothing complicated. All right. So the next star we will have to look at is the strategist, or what we call the 天机. If you do have this 天机 star within your wealth domain, all right, it is also called a strategist. I will try my best to give you a proper English translation, yeah, because to be extremely honest, it is still best for you to learn 紫微斗数 in Chinese. But a lot of my viewers are actually English speaking. They are like based in Canada, US, or various other parts of the world. So I hope that by speaking in English, I will be able to help more viewers around the world to learn this very powerful but useful knowledge called 紫微斗数. Yeah. So 天机 is actually the strategies. When we talk about the strategies, it's very much like if you are familiar with the story called Romance of the Three Kingdoms, the 三国演义. Inside this 三国演义, we have this character called the 诸葛亮. 诸葛亮, 诸葛孔明. He is very much like the strategist. He's not the king, but he always give very good advice to the king and help the king to win in battles. Yeah, so strategists, people, they will always need to generate wealth from what we call brain-based income. Or means ideas are your assets. It can like help you to generate money by having good ideas, good planning, giving good advices to your seniors or your superiors. Yeah. So 天机, when found within your wealth domain, you should actually cultivate your brain power, right? And your ability to plan, especially plan in a very flexible manner. Because 天机 is also related to the gears inside a clock. It is always turning. So it is also related to changes. So if you are someone who is flexible, able to turn your maneuver your way through obstacles in a very creative or imaginative kind of approach, then I mean this will be the way 天机 people, those people who have 天机 at the wealth domain do things or how they earn money. They are always able to have a very quick read, what we call a quick mind. In terms of solving different problems. And at the same time, 天机 is also related to technology in modern context. So if you do have 天机 at your wealth domain, it means that you should go into technology sector to increase your wealth. Or actually, build your own business on, like, for example, AI or writing, coding, this kind of computer coding, or in terms of analysis. Yeah, analysis is another thing that is related to 天机. Analysis, of course, is very much related to statistics also. So if you are someone having 天机 at your wealth domain, you can actually be a statistician, right? Or like 就是那种我们叫统计家、统计学家，我们说就是他们do a lot of research, like find out about the market trend, what people are thinking. Very much like even in psychology, there are a lot of statistics involved. Yeah, so statistics is also related to sometimes can also be related to 天机, right? So if you have 天机, you can actually like cultivate your channel of making wealth through all this brain-based activity, right, to generate good income. Yeah, 天机 is the strategist star if you are not familiar with 紫微斗数. Yeah. So at this point, any questions? Any questions from any viewers? Because I often would like my live broadcast to be very interactive. Okay, so since there are no questions from viewers, I will continue to teach. Yeah? I will make today's lesson very easy to learn, so that by opening your 紫微斗数 birth chart, looking at your wealth domain directly, you will be able to tell in what from what kind of pathway or what kind of shortcut you can take to achieve greater wealth in life. All right. So the next star that we will look into is called the 太阳 star. 太阳 literally is related to the sun. Okay, it's the sun. Okay, so when you have this 太阳 star within your wealth domain, usually you are suitable to work in a career or business that is related to the public, or is also related to like having a good reputation. At the same time, 太阳 is also a leadership star, and also related to service kind of. If I'm not wrong, yeah, Obama is actually should have 太阳 at his birth chart. So you can see that he's very eloquent. He's like able to give very good public speaking, and he's someone who does have this good leadership skill, and always trying his best to provide very good political services, setting up a very good policy for the people like Obamacare. Yeah, this kind of policy, yeah, to help the public, yeah. So Taiyang, actually, you can go into this area, right? Serving the public, be a leader, like public servant, this kind of thing, actually suitable for Taiyang. Well, Taiyang, you can see that it is one of the most important star within our Milky Way, because without the Taiyang, everything will just die. But the sad thing is about Taiyang is that they are so important, but no one will give thanks. Say, oh, today, oh, it's morning and the sun is rising. Wow, I want to give thanks. Thank you, Taiyang or the sun for coming up today. Instead, all of us would like to complain. Wow, the sun is so hot, especially people in Singapore, because we live in a tropical country and the weather is always hot. Without aircon, we always like to complain, say, why is it so hot? So the something that is like about the characteristics of Taiyang is that they are not always being appreciated for their greatness or for their service for mankind. Yeah, so we must learn to appreciate Taiyang people more, or those people who have Taiyang at the wealth domain. Try to appreciate them more often. Yeah, so this is a very interesting aspect related to the Taiyang star. So at the same time, we have the Wu Qu. Wu Qu is very much called the military general. Okay. Let me try to find all these star name. Yeah. I mean to give you a better translation. Yeah, because I believe it will help all of us to kind of like understand 紫微斗数 better. Yep. So Wu Qu, in terms of the proper English translation, let me try to find. Yeah. Wu Qu, I believe, is called the military general. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I will just call it military general. Wu Qu. Yeah. All right. The military. Is it military treasurer? I think it should be made. Okay. Let me try to give you a more proper translation so that we will be able to understand the accents of the meaning better. Wu Qu in English. So Wu Qu itself, right? But I will still kind of like help you to touch on like what is most important is what's the meaning of Wu Qu. Wu Qu can also be related to the can also be said as a finance star. Yeah, it's a finance star. But the way Wu Qu make money, right? They are always very diligent, right? I will write down some of the characteristics. People who have Wu Qu within their wealth domain, they are always very hardworking, very diligent, highly diligent in their what we call. Okay, let me spell diligence properly. Diligence. They are always very hardworking and they are also very brave. Yeah, people who are having Wu Qu at their wealth domain, they like to earn money through hard work, through taking risks, and sometimes they can also be associated with steadfastness. And they have a very low nonsense attitude. Yeah, low nonsense attitude in their personality. So you can see that, right? Wu Qu actually is quite tough. Their personality and their character is actually quite tough. Well, in terms of the history of 紫微斗数, we actually look at Wu Qu as a martial, what we call the martial star. It is related to the military. So people who have Wu Qu in their life domain or within their wealth domain, they will usually have a very, what we call, like the way they earn money is very much like a soldier, like going into battle. Yeah, they will go all out, do their best in whatever way possible to make money. Sometimes even like making great sacrifices. So people who have this Wu Qu at their wealth domain are also suitable to go into finance. Because, right, if you understand how the financial sector work is like, accounting and finance, you must always extract your emotion from it. You cannot place your feelings into investment like you are into stock trading. You cannot be driven by emotion. Everything has to be hot and cold, a kind of approach towards handling investment. Yeah. So that is also related to the characteristics of Wu Qu. So they are very emotional, less like they really will be able to be very nonchalant, like stoic in their approach in terms of the management of money. 就是不讲人情的，and 他们也是很 structured， yeah. In terms of business, they are very structured. So actually, when it comes to Wuqi people, they can be good business operator. They can be good business operator because they follow the rules and regulations very strictly. Yeah, very much like a military officer. Yeah. So if you do have Wuqi within your wealth domain, you should actually develop your diligence, your bravery, your steadfastness, and your low nonsense approach towards handling money. That will be able to create great wealth in your life. Okay. Yep. So the next star we will touch on when it's found within your wealth domain is called the Tian Tong. Tian Tong is very much like called the fortune star. I would like to maybe anyway, fortune star is very much like this star, right? People who have Tian Tong within their wealth domain, they are usually slow in accumulating wealth because they have this easy-go-lucky approach in life. Yeah, if you find Tian Tong within your wealth domain, you like always never mind lah. Today I rest first. I enjoy life first. Then tomorrow I go and earn money. Tian Tong people usually will place enjoyment of life as their priority. So thank you very much, Mr. Lee, for watching. Military general. Yeah, some of the books like to translate it as a military general. Yeah. So thank you very much, Mr. Lee, for the comment. So Tian Tong is a fortune star. So usually they don't take a very gung-ho attitude. It's like they take it slowly, take it slow, enjoy life first, this kind of approach. Yeah. So this is the Tian Tong characteristics. At the same time, they also are suitable to enter comfort industry. What do I mean by comfort industries? It's like industries or businesses that help people to enjoy life. For example, spa, massage parlor, anything that is helping people to relax, to be happy, this kind of industry. So if you do have Tian Tong within your wealth domain, perhaps you can open a spa or resort, help people to relax, or massage kind of like parlor. This will able to bring about great wealth in your life. Yeah, because you yourself is also a connection like for fine food, fine dining. So sometimes even food industry, like fine dining, yeah, a cuisine, this kind of industry will also be suitable for people who have Tian Tong within their wealth domain. Yeah. So do observe, open your Wei Dou Shu birth chart to see if you are able to find Tian Tong within your wealth domain, right? Within your Wei Dou Shu birth chart. Yeah. So right immediately, or sometimes you have business partner or your spouse, right? Just open your spouse wealth domain to see what are the industries that are suitable for him or her to go into. Then that is a shortcut for you to generate great wealth in life already. Yeah, without making too many mistakes. Our life is very short. That's the reason why I always teach you correct knowledge. I always tell you what is wrong, help you to differentiate what is right from what is wrong, because life is very short and you will not have enough time to live through the mistakes of other people. If you are to make all the mistakes of other people in your life, you really you'll be wasting life away. Yeah, always learn from the mistakes of other people. So even when there are feng shui practitioners or other weird practices that are appearing in the industry, I will try to point out to you, but I'm not saying, it's really up to your personal point of view, what is right and what is wrong. Maybe you can just take it as a joke. The 坤 when you have the 木 at the center of the 口，那就是坤。那你一个口里面有一个人的，也是一个球啊。那每个人住在家里面都会去坐牢吗？没有可能的啊。有一些只是迷信啊，一些迷信跟真正的风水是两个完全不一样的事情啊。命理啊，我们永远都要讲求一个理由啊，理由就是一个 logic 啊，一个呢可以 辩论的啊，可以说得越清啊，就是说越论越清楚的啊，所以我不怕把这些东西说出来，大家一起来研究咯，一起来讨论咯，对不对？我们讨论呢，才知道什么是真，什么是才是假的，什么是有用的，什么是没有用的吗？对不对啊？这个就是说命理的这个理呢，不是迷信哦啊，迷信就是呢，你随便不管它有什么理论的啊，有一个木在一个口里面啊，你就不可以在家里面种树啊，那种就是我们所说的迷信啊。迷信跟命理是两回事啊，迷信呢是 blindly believing in something without logic, without theories, without common sense. So it's different from true 风水 or astrology. It is a form of proper logic that can be explained with theories and can be explained sometimes even with evidence. Yeah, so that is always my approach towards feng shui and astrological reading also. Yeah, so hopefully you will be able to open your own 紫微斗数 birth chart, look at your wealth domain and see what star has fallen into your wealth domain. Then you'll be able to tell which is the best pathway for you to generate greater wealth in life. Yeah, simple as that. Yeah, so I will try to keep today's sharing as simple as possible so that all of us will be able to benefit from this very wonderful knowledge called 紫微斗数. Yeah. So the next star I will talk about is after 天同 we will go into 廉贞. 廉贞姓难名哦, but at the same time, 廉贞 is also called a purity star. I don't know why some English book like to call it a purity star. But at the same time, 廉贞 actually is also complex in their nature. So regardless of what, listen to my explanation to have a better understanding of what this 廉贞 star is all about, that is found within your wealth domain. Yeah. So 廉贞 is often related to reform. It's also related to management and politics. And also related to complex structure. So in modern context, 廉贞 can also be related to, for example, very complicated kind of system like AI, like coding, this kind of computer technology can also be associated. Yeah. So if you find 廉贞 within your wealth domain, means you can also go into technology. This sector will be beneficial for you. Good evening. Likewise, J Hums Live 7722 is my student from the Philippines. Yeah, so I even have students from the Philippines and also from Canada, for example, and many other countries. So I hope that I will be able to introduce 紫微斗数 to more people from overseas. Wulan, thank you very much. Wulan is my student from Indonesia. Yeah, hello, master. What if my 天同 in wealth domain has 化忌? Well, that means, okay, perhaps I will try to explain Wulan's kind of 天同, but it's facing 化忌. 化忌, if you are to look at the seasonal energy, yeah, 化忌 is actually the winter. It is a time for after harvest, right? Autumn is your harvest time. Winter is your storage time. So if you do have this storage energy called 化忌, which is associated with winter, being paired with 天同 means you like to save up a lot of money, and the ultimate goal is for enjoyment of life. Okay, so that is the 化忌. Whereas at the same time, 化忌 is also related to obsession. Having this obsession about wealth. So you will always have this thinking or OCD. What I call OCD, like obsessive compulsive disorder. How can I earn more money? I want to achieve greater wealth in life. I want to have more saving. And that will occupy your mind like all the time. Like when you sleep, you are dreaming about ways to earn money. When you wake up, the first thing you do is what should I do today? The first thing I do today is to first to earn money. Yeah, so you have this OCD for money. Yeah, because what we call 化忌就是自己的心啊，自己 in Chinese is called self. So when your heart, the heart that belonging to you, right, is often where your obsession is or compulsion is. Of course, compulsion, we are talking about behavior. Yeah, compulsion sometimes can be you cannot stop yourself from doing something. For example, you love this bag, you love this branded bag, so you cannot stop yourself from wanting to save up more money to buy this very beautiful bag, fashion bag, or LV or whatever, Chanel or whatever bag. Yeah, so that is the obsessive compulsive disorder. Yeah, for Huazi people who have Tian Tong, because you want to have more wealth so that you can enjoy greater enjoyment, leisure, happiness in life. Yeah, that is what we call Tian Tong facing Huazi. Yeah, so later on, I will also touch on all these transformative stuff in terms of 紫微斗数. Yeah. So let me quickly finish some of the. I still have quite a lot of stars. Yeah, how about 6? Yeah, so I will quickly finish it. Yeah, yeah. So thank you very much, my student Woolen. Always glad to have your input, and feel free to ask me more questions. Yeah. Yeah. So the next star that I would like to introduce you is called a Tian Xiang. Tian Xiang is very much like the prime minister. Yeah, the prime minister star. All right. So let's look at this Tian Xiang and see what it means. Yeah, Tian Xiang is called the prime minister. So this prime minister, of course, would also be related to support role. For example, you are the right hand man or the left hand man of the CEO. Yeah, you are the, for example, like advisor of the CEO, etc. Yeah. So for this also, my Singapore student, hi master, if well domain got 天府 and 有笔画科 what it means? Well domain having 天府. Okay, so let's look at 右笔. Okay, I will finish this part first. Yeah. Sometimes when you ask me random question, I will also like to randomly jump into it. But let me finish this first. So if you have 天相 at your well domain, it is a star that is usually related to supportive, like a support role, and also related to like consultation, like your consulting. Yeah, consulting. Yeah, for example, I also have 天相 at my well domain, so I'm into like counseling, astrological consultation, feng shui audit. Yeah. So basically, if you want to be a feng shui practitioner, or be an astrologer, or be a consultant, or be a counselor, or psychotherapist, they psycho the rapist. But in terms of counseling and all these consultation, is all often having 天相 at your well domain. I do have 天相 at my well domain. Yeah. So I go into this kind of consultation, kind of counseling kind of role. Yeah. So also is related to partnership based kind of business, partnership based business. So it will be good for you to have some form of team, right? You don't work alone. When you have a team, you will be able to generate synergy, and synergy will be able to help you to generate greater wealth in life. Yeah. So let's take a look at my students from Singapore. Vanessa's question. She mentioned that if you have what we call the 右笔. First of all, let's look at 右笔 first. Yeah. 右笔, as we remember in our previous life, 右笔 is the right existence, right? Called the right hand lawyer A or something, yeah, in terms of English. So when you do have this 右笔, yeah, when you have this 右笔, and it is being paired with 天府, yeah, it's being paired with 天府. 天府 is usually like you will be in a kind of organization that provide very stable kind of employment or job scope. And at the same time, 右笔 means you will often be like become like the right hand man of the CEO or the big boss. Yeah. So it is you will have this affinity, 就是有一个缘分啦. Oftentimes also maybe 天府 sometimes is also related to financial industry, like banking, financial institution like banking like investment company, etc. Yeah. So having 右笔 that means you will often be able to also receive assistance in your pathway of earning wealth. Yeah. So a rather interesting question from Vanessa. So of course, right, when you see yo, of course, it's best to also see zuo. They often comes with in a pair. When this pair is linked in your laboring domain, or like 加工 means at the side of your domain, of your wealth domain especially, it is a very auspicious formation. So all these auspicious star like even like 天魁, 天月 is also auspicious to be found as a pair. When they are found as a pair, their energy will increase exponentially, right? So do check if this kind of auspicious star are found as a pair near your wealth domain, or like what we call like side by side. One is at the left of your wealth domain, one is at the right of your wealth domain. If you are familiar with Wei Dou Shu, your children's domain, right? Your children's domain is always at the side of your wealth domain, and then your body domain will also be at the other side of your wealth domain. Yeah, so that is how we can check. Yeah, right. For example, this person wealth domain here, the children's domain is always clockwise to the next domain, whereas the body domain is always anti-clockwise, one domain to the anti-clockwise direction. Yeah, so that is the sequence of 紫微斗数. All right. So thank you very much, and I welcome any more questions. Yep. So I see another question. Thank you, Master. That's true. Will you teach all in more details in this upcoming course? Yes, I will be teaching all these secret details in the upcoming course. In fact, this course will focus a lot on how to help you to decode your own 紫微斗数and Bao chart together in tandem, so that it will give you a very holistic picture on whether from what kind of pathway or channel or approach you will be able to achieve greater wealth in life, and also to help you understand which years in your what are the years in your life whereby wealth will come to you. Yeah. So do find out more information about my course. All the info can be found online, or I will frequently repost this course info for you. And do subscribe early, because if you subscribe by the end of this month, you enjoy an early bird discount. Yeah, this early bird discount is only for those who subscribe in the month of March. So do take this opportunity to subscribe ASAP. Yeah, so that you'll be able to enjoy better rate for the school fees. Yep, for the school fees. Yeah. So perhaps later on I will repost this post onto my Facebook page, so you all can take a look and see the course details. There will be 6 lessons altogether. Yeah. The lessons will help you to step by step learn how to decode your own 八字 and 紫微斗数 charts, and know which method to generate the greatest wealth in your life. Yeah. So my admin, if you have the poster right now, can you just send it to my WhatsApp, so that I can kind of show it to my viewers right now? So my admin, admin, are you here watching my live? So I'll send it to my what we call the WhatsApp, yeah, so that I can just bring it up and then show it to all. So can you read my master 1982 March 9 at 2 p.m.? Yeah, sure. I'm often very happy to provide this kind of random analysis. So Anna, one, your time of birth is accurate. Yeah, is your solar time. Yeah, this 2 p.m. is your solar time. Yeah. So I will quickly plot your birth chart. So for Anna, your birth chart will be as the following. Yeah. So you can see that your wealth domain is having this star called 巨门. 巨门 is at your wealth domain, but it is facing 天同. So the more advanced level, or actually intermediate level of observing a 紫微斗数 birth chart is you always have to 我们叫做单宫不论命. You cannot come to a conclusion just by looking at a single domain. So when you see your wealth domain having 巨门 and facing 天同, means you can actually engage yourself in industries that are related to leisure, like holiday tourism, providing resort, or hotel kind of service to people. At the same time, 居民 will always involve physical space, usually, or is also related to communication or food. Yep. So may I ask, Arno, currently what kind of industry are you in right now? Is it related to tourism or hospitality or food industry or related to providing enjoyment to your clients or customers? May I ask? Okay, I will just wait for Anna's reply. Yeah. Now you are selling what is that called? Like cement. Also is related to building, right? Is related to building. Yeah. So as I mentioned, 居民 is also related to physical space. So you are selling concrete to build physical space. May I know what kind of physical space in particular? Is it related to houses or related to shops, commercial building? Can I ask? Or related to hotels, resorts, kind of what kind of construction are you into usually? May I ask? Building material, all right, but house or building house. Yeah. So as I mentioned, your channel of generating wealth is usually through building physical space, having a like physical kind of construction, yeah, having gym and over there, yeah. But have you ever sell your materials to hotels or like resorts or like shops that provide leisure, like maybe spa or this kind of? Have you ever sell your concrete materials to this kind of places before? May I ask just to investigate further? All right, so I will just wait for his reply first, and then let's go to also it's mostly house mostly or sometimes hotel. Yeah, so exactly. Yeah, I mentioned also related to hotel, right? Sometimes hotels buy from me. Yeah, so exactly. That's like if you focus more on selling to hotel or resort or shops that run like maybe like fitness center, spa. Now is very popular in many countries. Yeah, so it's through selling your building materials to this kind of industries that you will be able to generate very good income. Yep. So thank you very much for the question. So let's take a look at another question. Another question is by Mr. Lee. Is body domain same as health domain? Yes, usually. Yeah, usually. Yeah, because 就是那个直额宫啊，直额宫就是我们的疾病，还有额就是说像我们遇到的困难obstacles，这个就是说一个厄运直额，就是说身体的病痛啊。Body health domain usually, in terms of English translation, we like to refer it to as the health or body domain. Yeah, but now it seems not a good period. Well, for your current decade, let's look at your current decade's wealth domain first. Yeah, so let's look at when I do this live kind of sharing and doing a professional level of decoding charts, it will be more difficult to understand, but for the beginners, by staying on, you will be able to be exposed to the proper way of decoding chart. Yeah. So let's look at Arnold's current decade. Current decade, the wealth domain from the year 2026 onwards is actually having the empty domain at the wealth chamber or the wealth palace. There are no main stars at all, right? There are no main stars at all. And at the opposite domain is actually facing Tianji and Taiying. For such kind of situation, having no main star at your wealth domain is usually a sign of facing a more difficult period in terms of the earning of wealth or accumulation of wealth. So you do have to be prepared for the coming next 10 years that business may slow down. There will be less contracts or maybe your operational costs will increase, etc. Yeah, all these are things that you have to take into consideration. And if we are to look at the property domain of the wealth domain or vice versa, the wealth domain of the property domain, which is your cash flow domain, which is right here where my mouse is hovering over, it is also having double of the negativity enhancer star called 化忌 and pairing with 破军 and 武曲落线 at the dark position. So this is a sign of great financial drainage. It means the higher operational cost, higher manpower cost, etc. So may I ask, Anna, are you actually facing all these difficulties right now, all these obstacles in your life right now? Because from 2026 onwards, indeed, your wealth domain is not facing any, is not having any main star inside. So the opportunities for earning wealth will be decreased. So I will just wait for Arnold reply first, and also looking at your cash flow domain. Likewise, it's having double of the Huaji, which is a negativity enhancer star. Usually we like to translate it that way, but depending on different practitioner, they will give it a different translation, yeah, which is totally fine. So Anna say yes, now seems difficult. Yep, that's true, because it is likewise reflected from your 紫微斗数 birth chart. So you can see that 紫微斗数 is very, very, very accurate. And you will be able to observe what are the things that you can do. For example, now, instead of having like a wealth domain that is not having any main star, in terms of 紫微斗数, we will actually so-called refer or borrow the stars from the opposite domain, which is Tianji at a right position. So you may actually consider transforming your business into one that is more focused in technology. Maybe using high tech method like 3D kind of method to print out a house, etc. Nowadays there's this kind of new method of building. They kind of basically just use the concrete, then like it's like very much like a 3D printer. They can print out a house using the concrete. So you must actually go into that direction using new technology in your business. That will actually bring about better prospect for the future. So in the upcoming course that is going to take place very soon, yeah, is my admin here. Admin, please help me to send me over the course info. Yeah, okay, yeah, my admin is here. All right. So sometimes because I'm handling everything by myself, so sometimes I'm all over the place. But here is the course info, my dear viewers. So let me show you the poster. And then so within this course, right, really it is very worth it because 我们叫做呢不自命不为君子这个是孔子说的我们呢要自命。什么叫自命？ Understand your destiny. If you are not able to understand your destiny and live it, you are not a gentleman or a wise man. So did Confucius say. Yeah, a lot of things he says is very confusing, but it just says that 孙子兵法也是说the art of war, 孙子 art of war also say that 我们知己知彼，百战百胜我们呢永远呢都要先了解自己先，然后呢也去了解你的敌人。那thousand battles fought, thousands battle won 就是说不管呢你去打仗多少次，你都会赢的，因为你对自己很了解。你知道自己的优点，知道自己的缺点。You know your plus point, you know your minus point. You also understand your enemies. Yeah. So thousand of battle fought, thousand the battles won. Yeah, that's Sun Tzu art of war. So this is really very important, right? Able to understand your own destiny well code. Able to understand your own destiny well code will be able to help you to plan your life. Knowing that, for example, Arnold, the new decade is not having a main star at your wealth domain, but the opposite domain is facing Tianji, means you should actually invest into new technology to improve on your business. Then you'll be able to generate greater wealth in the upcoming decade. Yeah, or use new technology to help you to save costs, to minimize or the operational cost or the manpower cost. Yeah, this is something that you should look into. Anna has another question. I'm trying Forex as side income. Well, Forex is also considered okay because currently your wealth domain. All right, perhaps I will share about this course first. Yeah, sorry, I'm just jump here and there. This course, right, which is called the Destiny Wealth Code. It is actually a course that will be able to help you to understand where is your wealth star and whether you are suitable for trading or investing, or when is your wealth breakthrough. All these will be shared and made clear to you after you have taken this 6-day wealth and timing intensive budget 紫微斗数 course, and you will learn to see your own wealth blueprint. So guided by me, right? Of course, participants will be ensured to be able to understand and read one's wealth blueprint, yeah, from 八正 紫微斗数. So you will learn both. They are like I will say they are the 两个宝剑哈，两件宝剑哈. If you are able to be very well versed in 八字, also in 紫微斗数, nothing can escape you. I can promise you, nothing can escape you. So I encourage you to take part. Yeah, if you're interested, do sign up for this course. It will change your life. It will help you to understand everything about wealth that is associated with your destiny. Yeah. So do contact me to sign up. And by the end of this month, this discount will be over. Yeah. So do sign up by the end of this month to enjoy this early bird discount. Okay. Yep. So let's get back to earlier question by Taiyang. Yeah. Thai Master, have you already discussed Taiyang? Yes, I have. So you can rewind to the earlier part and able to watch the part about Taiyang. Can Arnold use technology to do more marketing to help in his business? Yes, he can. So focusing on technology, especially so, right? Vanessa has a very good point. Vanessa is my very good student, yeah, by the way. She basically attend all my lessons. So she has become very well versed in 紫微斗数. And why do I agree with the point raised by Vanessa? Because she's very observant. So let's take a look at the 紫微斗数 chart again of Anna. If you are to open 紫微斗数 chart of Arnold, you can see that his current decade is right having the Taiyang at his life domain. Yeah, Taiyang. Taiyang, as I earlier mentioned, is always related to dealing with the public, having to give public speeches, often related to dissemination of information. So, Vanessa, you are very observant. Yes, he's currently having Taiyang at his life domain. So he should actually use technology to market his service or his products more, and that will actually help him in the long run. Given that Tian Liang is also having double of the Hualu, which is the wealth catalyst star, at his travel domain. Arnold, I will actually encourage you, beside Forex, of course, is a foreign countries kind of currency exchange, right? It's good because you do have Tian Liang Hualu at your travel domain, means playing with foreign currencies is also another way that will help you to generate income. At the same time, you should actually expand your clientele base to overseas. Arnold, may I ask, are you currently planning to sell your building materials to overseas market also, or are you already doing so? May I ask? Sorry, we just wait for Arnold to reply. All right, I will wait for Arnold to reply. Yep. So a very good point, Vanessa. Very observant. Okay, but you can, right, in the future. Arnold, remember, try your best to branch out. To venture out of your local market. There are a lot of opportunities overseas that you can consider. All right. So do not just get stuck in your own market, because you do have the Hualu at your travel domain. Means overseas development will be very auspicious to your life. Okay. Yeah, there's something that you should consider. All right. Yep. So all right, have spoke about an hour already. Of course, there are still many stars I cannot finish talking today. Maybe I will make a part 2 on this. Yeah. But just remember, this course, which will commence in the month of May, will be very helpful for all of us to understand our destiny wealth code. So if you are able to understand yourself, understand your wealth also, you will be able to achieve greater success and have more wealth in life. I'm very sure about that. Always find out which is the shortcut for you to become wealthy and walk that path. Do not go the longest way. It's very much like the GPS. If you know that there's a traffic jam, you don't go that road that there's a traffic jam. You go to the road that is the shortest distance, the strictest path to your destination. That is what this destiny wealth code is all about. Is your GPS for achieving wealth in life. So do remember to subscribe early. The early bird discount will be by the end of this month. And of course, if you are interested to take part in the Songkran candle ritual, do let me know your date of birth and name also, I will be able to register your information with the temple, and then they will conduct the prayer ritual for you. So thank you all for watching. It has been a great pleasure sharing with you tonight. I will try my best to do a part 2 on this. Yeah, I know I'm very long-winded sometimes, and just by talking randomly, an hour is gone again. So I will see you all in the next live video. Wishing you all a beautiful Sunday evening, and do rest well tonight. And if you have more questions regarding your 紫微斗数chart, or regarding the Destiny Wealth Code course, do WhatsApp me. All right, my number is 94111. Yeah, 9841199. And I will see you in the next live video. Bye bye.